So, again, to begin with, don't do this without an instructor. Chuck has been doing this for over 50 years, and every time I go flying with him, I learn something new about how an airplane actually flies. And this is all in training for mission flying, which is what I'm in training for. So, again, don't do any of this without an instructor. That being said, here is another revelation that I had after 2 years of flying: glide speed. I actually really felt the aircraft just sit down in a glide. So I guess we are always learning. 65. This is where I really felt it. During my training, we went over glide speed, we established glide speed, but I never really felt the plane get into glide speed, and I never really felt the plane hold onto it while at glide speed. I never really felt the plane flying herself. It was always in between and before or after stalls or slow flight, but I never really truly felt it until this flight. So check this out.
I had an engine failure. Let's see if I can make it in there. Go to 65.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
First thing I want to do is go to 65 knots. Airfoil's most efficient at that. I want to just aim for my spot.
Oh.
You know, I might want to use more airspeed going into a headwind.
But this thing's floating.
Yeah. No, I had power in there. It snuck back in on me.
This really clicked in for me in this flight. Again, I feel like Homer Simpson on this one with a big dope. But I don't know why it took me 2 years, but it just clicked in now. So one thing for sure is I know I'm not the only one. So have a look what this plane is doing. Airspeed's about 65. The altimeter's we're about 620 feet high, but we're only 200 feet negative. And it's just practically hanging there by herself. I know my flight instructor went over this, but to revisit it a couple years later almost gave this life. And I really felt the airplane fly and fly herself. So have a look at where he is on final, and it's just about perfect.
Avon Park, Cessna 75515. Base to final 05. Touch and go, Avon Park. Just let it drop.
So you really do got to establish that glide speed first.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I've never felt that before.
Yeah.
Do that again.
Go.
This is cool.
Yeah. I got 40 degrees flaps. I'm gonna get the nose up.
Your flaps are still down.
I know.
Okay.
To get 2 landings out of this.
I think you can get 3, maybe 4.
I'll try that later.
All right, so Chuck, do that again, because the
Yeah.
one thing I learned on that is that you really have to establish that glide speed, and I never.
Yeah.
That just clicked in, because what your instinct would be is just to dive for the runway.
Right.
But you don't want to do that. You want to glide, and that was really cool.
Just remember this, that this airfoil is most efficient at 65 knots.
And that's
Whatever you're doing.
Okay.
And with flaps, it's slightly less than that. But if you go to 65, you're always in the ballpark.
So I think on my plane, glide is 85.
That sounds awful high.
It's miles an hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it'll probably be like 72, 73. But once you establish that glide speed, the plane was just floating very comfortably.
Yeah, let me build up some speed here. Cessna 75515. Downwind 05. Touch and go, Avon Park. Okay. First thing I want to do is look for a spot, but I also want to get to 65 because that's going to give me the best glide.
All right.
If I get too slow out here with this headwind, Avon Park, Cessna 75515. Left base, 05. Touch and go, Avon Park. A little fast right now,
Right,
but that's okay. Okay. Now, there's 65 right there. That's where you saw it holding. Now I'm just going to drop 40 degrees flaps. Now this looks like we're really high.
But you've got the runway made.
We think we do. Because we're going to drop real fast with this much drag out there.
Oh, yeah, there it is, yeah.
See, that sight picture was really high. I'm going to hold the nose off. The nose wheel hardly ever touched.
Yeah.
So here is another.
Let's try this again. I want to go to 65. Trim for 65. There's 65. I don't think I can make it from here. So in that case, what you want to do is just aim right for it.
Right.
Yeah.
And just get there.
Just get there.
Yeah.
Now here,
Now you're holding it. Yeah.
now it is holding it.
Yeah.
So I'm already at 65.
And now, look where we are. 700 feet, 200 feet per minute negative, 65 knots. We're set up very well.
I'm going to go full flaps. I'm going to show you something else on this. Avon Park, Cessna 75515. Short base, turning final 05, touch and go. Avon Park. Okay. Now you see I'm low speed and it looks like I'm going to miss it. So I'm going to bring the flaps back up.
Yeah.
Drop the nose. There's my 65. Looks like I might be slightly short, so I'm going to bring the flaps back down.
And
I'm going to hold that nose all the way back, like this. Don't even want it to touch there a little bit. But I can play with it. I'm now controlling it with the rudder, not the nose.
right, yeah.
See, I'm just motorboating along here. So now we'll go ahead and take off. But that magic airspeed is 65. And since I was trying to demonstrate there coming in that we were not going to make it.
Right.
And so by bringing the flaps back up, you got to nose it over.
Yeah. But that'll get you maybe 3,400 feet.
Correct.
Right. Right. Okay.
And now this one is one he showed me.
Okay, this time I'm going to get on a longer final out there. And we'll put the flaps down, go to 65 knots. And I want you to get on the controls with me.
Okay.
I'll still have the aircraft, but you're going to be flying it.
Yeah.
But I still have it. But I want you to get established 65 knots, 40 degrees flaps, and we'll be high. And then I want you to notice that we're going to miss the runway. And then at that point, you go ahead and put the flaps all the way up. But you're going to have to nose it over.
And dive for it to get that a little extra. Right.
Let me go up here 1,000 feet, maybe 1,100 or so. Avon Park, Cessna 75515. Downwind, 05, touch and go, Avon Park. Okay, you can get on there with me.
All right. I'm on there.
Okay, go ahead, and I'm gonna bring it back to idle. We're at 65. Go ahead and put the flaps all the way down.
Flaps down.
Go ahead and turn on final. Keep 65 knots. Avon Park, Cessna 75515.
All right, nosing it over,
Final.
keeping it 65.
05, touch and go, Avon Park. Now just play with it from there and see what it does. The Pappy says we're high. Actually,
We're really high, but
yeah,
I can slip it.
yeah, there you go. Well, at this altitude, go ahead and flaps all the way up.
All right, flaps up.
Notice,
Yeah, wow.
gotta nose it over.
Okay. All right,
Now
your airspeed. Look
you're
at that.
out of the white arc now. You cannot put them down.
Yeah. So, but I got that speed.
Yeah. Yeah. Now go ahead and the flaps all the way down, and I'll be on here with you. Actually, go ahead and land it. You go ahead. We're here. You're not that tired.
No, I got it.
And hold the nose up. Just hold it all the way back.
Now that was.
Now, head there, just touched.
There it is.
Okay, I've got it.
You got it? Let me get your. I don't know where your trim is. I can't see it.
Oh, don't worry about it. I feel it.
All right, so that was actually a pretty good landing.
Yes, it was. That was excellent.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think you would have made it
With the flaps down.
with the flaps
Right.
down all the way, correct. But you notice when the flaps are coming back up, you had to nose it over a little bit.
And I picked up. I went up to. Looked like it was about 90 knots.
It was, yeah.
And then I made the runway from there.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
that's airspeed to
Yeah.
play with. Yeah, had you kept 65 knots,
I would have been.
you'd have floated further on
Yeah.
down, yeah. Avon Park, Cessna 75515. Simulated engine failure downwind. 05, touch and go. And you go to 65 knots. There we are. A little fast. But if we're going to air, that's the side we want to air.
Right.
Flaps are coming down. Nose is going down. Left.
Ooh, good, nice kick over. Yeah.
Now at this point, you would not want to put the flaps up.
Exactly right.
Because you're not going to gain anything.
Yeah. Yeah, because we have plenty of altitude.
Well, you'd have to nose it over and it'd be mushy on you. Oops. A little power, hold the nose up. Whoa, I'm flying.
Well, your flaps are down.
Land again.
Again, this was all in the right seat, so it was so new on so many different levels. Hey, thanks for checking this out. Give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down, let me know what you think. I'd love to read your comments. And also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And remember, we have some great episodes coming up. I just got back from a mission trip in Belize where I have a ton of great footage and have some multi-engine time for it. And we did an awesome thing by bringing Christmas presents to Belize. Thanks.